Hey guys, Stealth here, welcome back to the 12th and most likely last episode of the Austro-Hungarian campaign. Why the last? Have I won the war? No, sadly not. In fact, I've had to make an edit to the save file after the previous encounter we had with the French at the last episode, where the French got all my victory points. So I decided to right some wrongs and had some encounters after. And I'm now at 28,000 victory points versus 21,000 for the French, which I think is still rather high. I haven't really lost that many ships to the French, at least not in my experience, not in my recollection of events. But it is not so much the victory points that I'm going to do this campaign in. It is the sheer number of ships. The British have 3 times my number of ships. They just don't know how to use them. But it's mostly this. I have a naval budget of 4 million per month. Or year, but I think it's month. My annual GDP growth is negative 2.5%. Okay, recession time. Lovely. My total GDP is 540 million. Theirs is 8 billion. The French are at 9 billion. The Germans are at 4.5 billion. And the frickin' Italians are at 6.5 billion. How am I supposed to compete? Their naval budget for the Italians is 10 times what I get. 10 times. And despite that budget, I'm still able to eliminate most of their ships. But with a naval budget that is that large, yeah, of course you're going to crank out ships like there's no tomorrow. They're building 28 more ships. The British are going to build 35 more. The French are going to build 35 more. I'm not even sure where we're going to put these. La Spezia is almost full. What we have here, Livorno I can't select because there's 2 light cruisers in the way. We got light cruisers in the way everywhere, which I think is happening because these ports are full. Here. I guess they're quad stacking their fleets at this point because they got a port capacity of 44,000, but the fleet strength is 85,000. That's the fleet strength that is actively at port. That's how many ships they have. They can't fit this anymore. Here, port capacity, 35k, fleet strength, 26k. Okay, so that's good. Taranto, within limits. Bari, within limits. I think it's mostly because on this side, I'm mostly eliminating their ships, but it's just not fast enough. So, in this episode, I'm going to have a few more encounters and see if I can maybe push my victory score to 45,000. I don't think that's going to be enough to win it, but I'm kind of sick and tired of fighting an economic war, which I simply cannot win. Especially all the more so since, for example, I have ships basically everywhere. I have ships covering a lot of ground. Their ships are mostly bottled up in ports, if they even have any ships. Like the Eastern Mediterranean, Valletta is empty. Catania has some ships. Messina has a couple of ships, but they're all at port. Limassol has no ships, and yet I keep losing ships here in the Eastern Mediterranean. I am done with this playthrough because I need the campaign to be functional. I need to be able to have a chance as a player. And that is just not really happening. So let's take it out on some more Italian ships, and let's clean up some more of these guys. This is probably going to be a quick encounter with another light cruiser somewhere over to the south. Now, of course, complaining is only going to get me this far because it doesn't make for entertaining videos. And on top of that, I know I'm playing a beta. I know that there's stuff that does not work or will not work or is likely to be broken one way or another. It's just really frustrating that I've had to cancel 2 campaigns because of it. First the Italian one, and now this one. But hopefully there is going to be an active or an actual full patch soon, which is going to allow you to also play this. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions. How do I play this? Go to Steam, if that is how you get it. I don't know how to do it through the launcher. Go to Steam, right-click on your game, Properties, and then go to the Beta tab, and just select the beta from the drop-down. And that's how you do it. That's all you need to do. And then you can, well, I was going to say, then you can play this broken mess, which is not really doing the game any favors. But, for example, the French getting my victory points is so annoying. Maybe I could have pushed the French out of the conflict simply by actually getting the victory points. I don't know. I'm not sure how many victory points I need in order to win. But I believe it's somewhere in the range of a factor of 2.5 or something like that. Alright, let's take out the Generale Antonio Cantore, which is maneuvering at 21 knots. Flank speed. He has those weird overhanging 7-inchers. And let's see, you're still an older ship, right? Yeah. I have crafted a bunch of newer light cruisers, which are far better. They have a lot more armor. They're more capable with armor quality. They have faster torpedoes. They're just far better cruisers overall. The Satellite is one of the older ships, which has done a lot of work for me, to be sure. But that retrofit, which is another bug, the refit system, it refit them into poor quality. I got iron armor, I think, whereas I had nickel steel or something like that. So that's another one of those things that I reported as a bug. They're aware of it, and hopefully it'll get fixed very quickly. So that the next campaign, which is probably going to be French 1930, is going to be a campaign where I don't have to reset a lot of things or make the occasional change to the save file just in order to actually get my victory points and not have to build new ships because they're actually getting retrofit as I ordered. Now, Satellites and Generale Antonio are just shooting it out. We've done very little damage to each other. What I always wonder about is I'm not really on an intercept course. I'm not faster than he is. And yet, I'm closing in. I don't know how that works. He's ever so slightly in an angle, but I believe that if I don't... I'm not faster, so I'm not sure how we're closing. Anyway, let's get this fight done. I'm hoping just to get a damaging hit to their engines, slow the ship down, and thereby make sure that I get into range of my torpedoes. Also put me in the range of their torpedoes, but they only have 2 launchers. 1 port, 1 starboard. Which is fairly survivable. Oh, they're cruisingly trained. Interesting. Are you a new class? You're still shit. 53 longitudinal weight offset. So either their bow or their stern is crazy heavy, and I think it's the bow. You got this turret here. These are more or less midships, but these are not. Which are causing all sorts of accuracy issues with this ship. Let's see if we can spot that. Yeah, minus 68 from hull stability and tower. Minus 68% accuracy. My ship is not perfect. I have a longitudinal weight offset of 1.2, which leads me to have minus 37% hull stability and tower. And it's not just that, of course. It's also pitch and roll. But I think their pitch and roll is even worse. Yeah. Their pitch is 21.7. So that's the ship moving up and down. And the roll is worse because they have these side-mounted overhanging 7-inch turrets that the AI, in all of its wisdom, decided to put over there. You can see that the Generale has about... And now they're starting to get a little accurate. Or at least a little more accurate, but still. They need some work. Then again, it's the enemy, I'm not going to complain. Let's just get this done. The interesting thing with this encounter here is that after some damage, the AI usually goes into what I call fuck it mode and it decides to go full on in the engagement, turning completely broadside, thereby presenting a much more feasible target for me to pen. Also allowing their torpedoes to actually get any work done, but mine too. And I'm not sure what prompts this. Why the AI suddenly decides that, yeah, this is going to be a good time to move. But they just do. Sadly, this is one of the ships that still has the older torpedo set, so I don't have the accessibility / usefulness of fast torps. But they are fast enough. These things travel at 25 knots, which is slightly slower than the cruiser itself, but more than enough to catch the Generale and to put her on the bottom. And that did me 35 damage and them 3600. So yeah, that's about 100 times markup. I'm happy with that result. 300 more victory points. Okay, who would like to go next? I believe there were torpedo boats begging for my attention. Yeah, we're defending a whole one transport. Because essentially that's all that we have left with the economy. Which is also why my economy is just flat out crashing. Alright, let's take out a couple of torpedo boats. I have the Moe class over there, which is the 2-inch gunboat. And those things are very, very good against enemy torpedo boats. It's what I designed them to do, and it is what they actually do extremely well. And you can design a ship to do something, it doesn't mean it's actually going to do it very well. But the Moe class, these things are very, very nice. Just 2-inch guns all over the place. Shoot, 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 enemy torpedo boat dead. And generally, an enemy torpedo boat is not good to deal with another torpedo boat. Because they simply have 1 or 2 guns. And then generally a torpedo set, sometimes 2 torpedo launchers. It's not going to be that spectacular. But this could be a quick fight. Let's see, what are you targeting exactly? Target this guy. Watch this. All these guns. Slowly but steadily swiveling to the position where the enemy torpedo boat is. Oh, we're going to have to do a maneuver here. Actually, let's switch to this target. Because the guns are already sort of facing forward. And with that, I can immediately engage. This is a bit of a problem with this design. When you're just duking it out like this, essentially juicing. Oh, shit. Me and my big mouth. When you're juicing, you're most likely to not notice that your other torpedo boats are getting engaged, but also you're not fast enough with the torpedo rotation. So you're struggling to get your torpedoes, your guns, well, your torpedoes too, on target. Would you like to join in? Get stuck in with this fight? There we go, flooding. These things are so poorly built. Maximum bulkheads. But I believe they have a lot of weight offset. No, they don't have a lot of weight offset. Is this a new class? 4s, 3s, and a 2. Not a bad ship. Okay. Can you... Yeah. That's another generale, the Antonio Chinotto. Need to get my torpedoes on this guy. Oh, we already have the torpedoes going for this guy. Oh, never mind then. Never mind. Let's beat a retreat and get the hell out. This guy can launch torps which do 25 knots, so my ship is faster. The torpedo boat can do more than that. Doesn't mean I really want to test it. Look at this. These guys are all damaged. Except for the T-14, my ships are perfectly fine. Still got veterans on my ships, that's nice. Let's use the 2-inchers on the Polyp. She only has 3 guns. But I have done, over the campaign, probably a lot of damage with those 2-inch guns. Oh, you poor thing. You're getting killed off, aren't you? Yeah, I need this guy to take up the slack. Start destroying guns, for example. That'd be a good way to start. What did you hit? Oh, you got a 2-incher off the starboard side of the stern. That's what you hit. Oh. Rude. But then again, torpedo boats are gonna torpedo, so... yeah, I kinda deserve that. But that works both ways, buddy. And you are dead in the water, and I am not. Now you are not only dead in the water, now you're just dead. Alright, you're down. Let's take out the Fucilieri. Sorry, Fucilieri. She does not have any maneuverability, which seems to be more of a bug than anything else, because the ship itself had engine power. 1 engine was damaged, not all of them. That is that one down. Shoot, 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 shoot. This thing is not going to throw a torpedo in my face. I do not want it to. Oh, let's dodge that. Generale Antonio Chinotto is going to take some damage. She cannot torp, she's too far away. And even though she has a lot of bulk... No, she does not have a lot of bulkheads. Standard bulkheads. So you are a different class. Fucilieris had maximum bulkheads. Anyway, job done. Torpedo boats eliminated. Victory points, 354. Just, gonna need to drag these torpedo boats of mine back to the dock to get them fixed. And, oh, we got a couple of light cruisers simply sitting around. Right. See, almost my entire ships, or my entire fleet is at sea. The ships that are not at sea because they're getting repaired. The Polyp T9 has been fixed and can be sent out again. We got Zenta, Magnet, and Bodrog. We can send those guys out as well from the port of Pula. That's over there. Let's go and annoy the Brits again. Here we go again. I lost a transport. If the game would actually point me out to what I lost that transport, that'd be great. But I'm still minus 5.5 million. And I don't know what to do about it. Perfect. Another opportunity to take down more Italians. We have the Gutsis and Themis. The Polyp T7 and the Moe T3, so another one of those mowing down boats. A heavy cruiser, the Delfino, Calabria, Giovanni dalla Bandenere, and the Giuseppe Misori, as well as the Venezia. So, plenty of Italians to go down. I am slightly outnumbered, but that has never stopped me from winning a fight. Because it means that the odds are even, as they would say in Halo. Let's split you guys up, because your divisions are no good anyway. There. I saw a comment of somebody saying, well, I don't have as many problems with you as with formations. I'm not sure what that's about. I thought, yeah, but you're not running the beta. That's what he said. He's not running the beta. So because of that, his ships probably respond better in formations. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, shall we? I'm all for getting intel. There you go. Heavy cruiser. Ah, screw it. This thing needs to go anyway. This is the new class of light cruiser. It is essentially a retrofit of the previous design. In the sense that it has the same gun layout, the same torpedo loadout as the refit. But this thing has the better armor quality. Plus 43%. That makes a lot of difference. T7 has been detected. That's okay. If I can kick this heavy cruiser, that'd be great. Because then they don't have as much firepower. Get with the times, Moa. What's the weather? Oh, not great. I mean, the weather is good, which is not great for me. Because they get better accuracy. I don't need them to get better accuracy. You need them to get worse accuracy. Many bulkheads. Oh. Okay, in case they get many bulkheads, we're just going to go for the disable shot. Which, I mean, they're going to take a torpedo. It won't be enough to kill them, most likely. Because these are still 15 inchers. But it will knock out engines, it'll fill the hull with water, and slow the ship down. For another attack from, for example, the Moe. If it decides that it wants to actually join this fight. Let's see. The torpedoes are looking port side, sort of. Or at least that's where I want them to look. This thing has minus 10% draft. Okay. So you're potentially more difficult to hit with a torpedo. Let's see if that's actually so. Here's the torp. Oh no, don't dodge that. No, you didn't dodge that. Okay, good man, you didn't dodge it. See, that's the disabling shot. 2 engines out and a rudder eliminated. And the third launcher has been destroyed. Sorry, not third launcher, the second torpedo tube. Themis. Probably not pronouncing that correctly. Themis, I need you to turn to port, take out the Ponchieri, which is their only torpedo boat. We're gonna have the Gutses get involved as well. Moa, intercept and eliminate. Don't avoid. The Delfino took 1 torp, but is absolutely hammered by that 1 torp. And they got a green level of crew. Regular, veteran. Interesting. There, Pontieri is starting to take damage. Here's the Giovanni. These all new classes? No. Few bulkheads. Venezia, few bulkheads. Not important. Okay. Yeah, we can do drive-by. Target the Delfino with the torpedo tube. As the Polyp T7 is reloading its only surviving torpedo tube. And the Delfino with 2 damaged engines and a damaged rudder is not likely to dodge. Pontieri has some problems. We continue to add to those problems. We're going to slow the cruisers down. Slow them down to a little less than full. I'm expecting an attack at short range. Torpedo away from the T3. Delfino is shaking in his boots, but cannot do anything. Sadly, I have hit the ship in the same location. Which is not what I wanted. I wanted to hit her in a different location, because now she's no longer flooding. Or at least not as bad. Alright, Venezia. Shall we decide this matter quickly? Minus... Oh, you got the poor armor quality as well. There's the torpedo. This is why you slow down, because you got a better turning circle. Slow down as well. And turn. And I got port, starboard launchers, and aft. No bow. But Venezia only has a port launcher and a starboard launcher. It's not too bad. You're gonna target that. Blow that out of the water. Now it's my turn. Torp 1, Torp 2. Venezia. Good luck. Ah, not that much luck. That was not part of this plan. Okay, we'll get to you in a second. First, I need to focus on what is happening with the other 3 light cruisers before I run into a torpedo ambush. Can you hit the... Whoa. Dick, can you hit this with torpedoes? No. Because I have 600 meter torpedo range and they have 900. Anyway, I'm port torpedo to the Venezia, so we're going to try and starboard torpedo something else. You're almost reloaded, Moa. Excellent. You are reloaded, so you can torpedo that again. Yeah, Venezia survived the torpedo. Sorry, did not get hit by the torpedo, but she was flooding. She's managing to survive that. T3 launched torpedo. So it's now a gunboat. Let's switch to HE. Not sure if it was firing AP. Don't do any silly turning maneuvers, okay? Just eat the torp. There you go. Good boy. Okay. Now then. There goes their heavy cruiser. Venezia still has some issues with water coming into the places where they shouldn't go. But beyond that, she's fine. Although that's a condition that for a ship is generally not too healthy. Hit this. Smoke up. HE. Because at this angle we're never going to pen. You are going to fire HE because you are most likely definitely not going to pen. Not like that. The angle is atrocious. No, we're not launching. We are going to get closer. That's where I feel most comfortable. I do get hit by torpedoes if I go close in, I know. But otherwise, this is going to be a fight that drags on for an hour or so. Uh-huh. Idiots. Well, I suppose they drive like the Italians too. Just pissed off the Italian population among my subscribers. I was in Italy on vacation in 2014, I think. Good lord, those people... Well... Let's say the traffic laws don't generally apply. Which I guess goes for the cruisers as well. Good night. Wow, that thing turns on a dime. Maximum bulkheads, yeah, but a 16-inch torpedo is still going to do a lot of damage. The Giuseppe Can be a problem. Yep, there we go. And this ship is still max speed. No matter. I can survive, you cannot. There's my other cruiser. Good sis, get over here. Okay. You alright? No, he's not alright. Oh, he's really not alright. What sort of torps are you firing? 15 inchers. Maximum bulkheads. You're going to be doing circles for a while. Yeah, let's just punch a couple of holes in these with HE. Set some fires. Keep their damage control busy. Still got torps. You still got torps. Chance to pen. Very good, actually. Now it's a good time to switch to AP. Focus on that. Smoke it up. Chance to angle here is minus 31. And here it's fairly even. Destroyed main gun. Wow. How? Oh, the cruiser's taking aim. The 4 inchers from the Gutses are doing this. Okay. Flooding. Flooding on the Gutses. Venezia's flooding. Giovanni's down. Come on. Venezia is used to being underwater. Do some more damage. Bye-bye. Okay, job done. I took a bit more damage there than I should have, because I was not really planning / expecting to get hit by that torp. But it did give me a nice amount of victory points. And since I didn't lose any ships, they did not get a lot of victory points. So, fairly desirable outcome. Could have been better. Because I now need to fix my ships back up. The French. Yes, the French. No. Whatever. Auto-resolve. Huh. Interesting. Sava light damage, Aksha light, heavy damage light, sunk. The Congreve has been sunk. Guidon took medium damage, and the Chateau Renault took heavy damage. Interesting. No, I didn't lose any transports. It's probably because I don't have any transports left to lose. Oh, really? Fine. This is going to be the closing act. We got a torpedo ambush. The Rudolf is getting attacked. A satellite as escort. We got 6 torpedo boats, which constitutes about 10%. Not even that. That's how many torpedo boats they have. And, well, they just generally don't care about my attacks. Or about me fending off their attacks. Because money printer goes brrrt and immediately resupplies the fleet. Alright, where are you guys? Oh, you're actually fairly close. Okay. Satellite, get in here. Rudolph, slightly angle away. Take aim. Everything high explosive. Yes, now you're catching on. Oh, this is an older cruiser. Not sure how many times we've seen the Satellite at this point, but this thing keeps coming up. Accuracy leaves something to be desired. Ooh, not on the Rudolph. 12-inch guns. Ridiculously accurate, or extremely lucky. I'm not sure which it is. Either works for me. The Poluce, Impavido, Libra. There's the last one. Don't switch targets. There you go. That's a lot better. Impavido is badly flooded. And interestingly, their engines are still fine. That's unexpected. Update, their engines are not fine. Oh, the Libra got in the way. Much to her chagrin, she took a lot of damage from that. Destroyed main gun, pen. Yeah, we're gonna target the Libra because the Libra because these guys are so close together. I don't care who I hit. You're just one big target. See, the Italians can't drive. Look at this. Now, I know that it's not serious because the Italians drive just as poorly as everybody else in Europe. It's just that in this game, they... Oh, no. You had to knock out my rudder before you did that, didn't you? Satellite, got some bad news. You're bodyguarding for your battleship. Anyway, every nation drives just as poorly in this game. And how bad or how good they drive in real life, that is going to be something we can discuss in the comments. No way. That wasn't even meant for you. Okay. See, I can't drive either. But the satellite had a rudder stuck, which is not an argument that any of these ships could have used. What are you targeting currently? You're still on the Libra. Okay. What the shit was that accuracy? There, there, and there? Okay. Libra's down. She just doesn't know it yet. Really? There you go. Yeah, we're gonna turn to port. We're gonna target the Police. Not presenting too much of a... Oh, that looked uncomfortable. Not presenting too much of a target. Because the Police is going to torpedo the satellites. Which is something the satellite's going to have all sorts of trouble with. I cannot really turn the ship. But I can turn it well enough. Do you mind if I shoot some torpedoes back at you? Oh, you're not going to launch it again, are you? Oh, that's bad. Ow. Yeah. That was not part of this plan. But they hit a section that was already flooded. Now the satellite's gonna have to get towed back to base, because she's completely out of engines. But aside from that, the ship will survive. Oh wow, you got one engine going again. We got 5 knots. Fantastic. Okay, this one goes down. Turn to port, bring more guns to bear on the Angelo Bassini. And let's wrap this up, shall we? Because this is the last of the Italian torpedo boats in this encounter anyway. So if you think these, there is 49 more of these things of various different classes out there. It looks like this guy either lost his courage or is going off to pizza, I'm not sure. But he's not sticking around for the fight. Or is he? Yeah, the Rudolph is not going to let this guy just go off like that. If he's going to go off, it's going to be with his turrets flying off. Oh, close shot. Regular crew. Ah, shit, I lost line of sight. Can't see him anymore. I cannot really rely on the satellite to detect him either. So, I suppose that is it for this particular encounter. Let's break off. And see if he either turns around or if we end the battle. The last Italian torpedo boat did decide to go for pizza, and with that, it was not going to be showing up in this battle again. These things are ridiculously quick at their 32 knots, and a battleship that can do 18 knots and a cruiser that can do 5 after taking some torpedoes is not that likely to catch it. So yeah, that's the end of that particular encounter. Now, let's see. They got 50 torpedo boats now. If I click next turn, how many do you guess they're going to get? 2. They just got 2 new torpedo boats. And this is going to keep going on forever. Or it would if I had the budget to support it, but I don't. And with that, I'm going to end the campaign here. I'm really hoping that the patch is going to come out soon, so that I can do a full French campaign. I would really like to do that. I have a lot of ideas for different ship classes. But sadly, the Austro-Hungarian campaign, I just can't win it. Thank you guys for watching the series. I hope you enjoyed it. Linked down below are ways that you can support the channel. And, well, I hope to see you guys soon for the next campaign, as soon as the actual version goes live. See you guys then.